On Bitter Truth. We're gonna talk about some things here. First, we're gonna discuss this global warming that they're pushing right now, because I remember telling you this. The world gonna be destroyed in the name of global warming. And if you even listen what they're telling you about what causing sickness nowadays, they tell you it's the same global warming. I'm gonna get into a few things and I'm gonna show you all the destruction that coming in the name of global warming. And I do believe the mass is gonna heal to this shit right here, because it's all about scare tactics. Once they get you to fear these things, of course you're gonna participate. Let's get into this right here and talk about it a little bit. Just make it wrong.
These researchers are deep inside the Arctic Circle.
Listen, you hear where they at, people? The Arctic Circle. What is they call Arctic Circle? The same dot that they tell you at the bottom of the earth? Why they use that dot and they mention circle? You don't get it, people. It's a trick. 100% trick. The Arctic is actually the circle around the earth. That's what you need to understand. The same place they call the South Pole. That's the circle around the earth. So pay attention. And Arctic Circle. Listen.
Scrambling to solve one of the biggest challenges mankind has ever faced. The decline.
And by the way, just in case you don't understand, nothing that they're showing on screen is not real. Period. This is how they do it and fool the masses with screens. There's nothing real about it. You see what they show you all white, and they're trying to let you understand that it's all ice and that place is freeze over? Fake shit for the masses. It's just screens. 100%. They can show you whatever they want you to see.
Sea ice.
Listen. Or sea ice.
From underwater drones.
Pay attention. Underwater drone, but they show you a cartoon image. You understand? What would they call an underwater drone, people? Something similar to a submerge? This is the dumbest shit in the world, people. Remember when they tell you that Malaysia flight missing? That's what they said they was using to search for it. Underwater drone. It's stupid shit. 100% in.
Glass
Listen.
beads designed to reflect sunlight away from the ice. The race is on to slow the melt and in turn global warming.
Listen, people. So you hear that? How they gonna stop global warming? They're gonna make more ice in the Antarctic, supposedly. Yes, bounce back the sun into space. That's the dumbest shit in the world, people. So the sunlight shining from space, they're gonna bounce it back into space. Why nothing else don't bounce into space? Why nothing else on the earth don't bounce into space like those clouds that are hovering around the whole time? Why that shit don't go off in space? You're on a ball. You're not in the ball. You're on the ball and cloud still develop and hover around the damn ball. Is that real? Come on, people. It's time for you to wake up. We're in a trap environment. And that's the reason why they can destroy you by doing all of these things right here. We don't control no damn chemical plants and these things that they have polluting the air. We don't control those chemtrails, those things they're spraying in the air to change the weather. All of those things gonna end up bad repercussion for the masses right here on earth. But they're telling you about global warming. The earth is warming up when they control the temperature in here. Pay attention. Listen.
In a desperate bid, researchers are increasingly turning to geoengineering.
Wow. Geoengineering. Look at this right here. The Wall Street
Journal exclusively followed one team with a big plan to future-proof the region.
They're not following nobody, people. It's fake shit. 100% made up shit. They just put it on screen and tell you that they're actually doing these things to save the Antarctic from melting. It is bullshit. And I already asked you before, is this place was water before it freeze over? Was it dry before it freeze over? What happened? Remember they tell you how long this place been freeze over? They tell you some hundreds of thousands of years ago. How would they know? You don't understand, people. So what was this place before it freeze over? Did you know? This is bullshit. So it was something else before it freeze over. It wasn't ice before. But if the ice melt, we're in deep trouble. You believe that, people? We're in big trouble if the ice melt. But the ice wasn't meant to be there from the beginning. Pay attention here. Listen.
It's challenging to work in, but it's great for freezing.
By making more ice.
Wow, there you go, people. They're making more ice. You see what they're doing right there? And I told you, they're just lying to you right here. That's all they're doing. They're trying to make this side of the earth look like it's somewhere comfortable that you can live, because they're doing all of these things to save you. Even though you have global warming, these people is that good to go make ice in the Arctic. They can't make the ice here. They never tell you that they can. Only in the Arctic they can make ice. When I tell you that they're the one who control that freezing temperature, you said no. But they can go over into Antarctic and make ice. This is the dumbest shit in the world, people. They can bounce back the sun into the space so the place stay cold. They can't do that on this side, people, but they can do it in the Antarctic. Why they don't bounce back the sun up? Bounce back the sun out of here on this side. Why go to the Antarctic to do it? So the Antarctic is the supposedly delicate place, people, where if it melted, we fuck on the side where we at, even though we far, far away from it. They tell you if the ice melt there, the whole wide world gonna get warm. Why do you believe it is beyond me? All fake shit for the masses. And don't worry about it. Like I tell you, they're blowing the cold air from the north. That's what they do. And the hot air come from the south. That's what they're doing. They control that shit like a big AC unit. Most of those machinery that they show you, that's exactly what it do. Control the temperature on this earth so you will never be comfortable. In hell. Listen.
This is Svalbard, one of the coldest inhabited places in the world.
Listen.
The Norwegian archipelago is inside the Arctic, where sea ice covers roughly 6.2 million square miles in late winter. In summer, as the weather warms, it melts to its lowest level.
Look at this.
But that ice has been shrinking at a rate of around 13% per decade.
Right, and what gonna be the problem when it melt? Why is this earth so dumb, people? Why is this earth so stupid? It's not done stupid enough for you and a ball spinning around, but there's an area on it that's cold. And if that area go warm, the whole wide world gonna suffer. The whole wide world gonna burn up. If this one place on the bottom of the earth, you see how stupid the world is, people, it's stupid shit. 100% stupid. This one spot under the bottom of the earth, yes, if it melt, we in trouble. The whole wide world gonna burn up. Wow, said the scientists and the fakers.
Which
Wow.
could have catastrophic consequences for the world.
In essence, it helps keep the planet cooler than it otherwise would
Keep the
be.
planet
So if
cooler.
we start melting away the
It's a reason why they always mention planet. There ain't no such thing as no damn planet. It's just a earth. A trap environment. We're just on the wrong side, in the dead-on center. That's where we located, in the devil's earth. The devil owned the side that we in, people. That's why we face so much shambles in here. Everything gone bad. Why? Because it's hell and it's by
on
design.
the ice, we're going to warm up faster.
Sea ice
gonna warm up
reflects
faster,
sunlight
sea
back
ice.
into space, which means as it melts, the Earth absorbs more heat. One study estimated that the complete disappearance of Arctic sea ice in summer would have the same warming impact as 1 trillion tons of carbon dioxide.
Listen to this right
That's
here.
more than
1
double.
trillion tons of carbon dioxide. Why carbon dioxide hanging around on a spinning ball? Why is fucking greenhouse gas on a spinning ball? If you don't understand what they're doing here, people, they're fooling you with an upside down world. How could you have greenhouse gas trapped on a spinning ball? Why is the gas sticking around? I mentioned this in the podcast earlier. How could you get a heat dome? A heat dome on a spinning ball. The earth is spinning. Why it's spinning, the dome following the damn spin? I'm talking about the heat dome. Okay, what about the cold vortex where the cold move around from city to city and freeze your ass off? You can't tell me what's that? How could you have a vortex on a spinning ball? How would the spinning ball have channels on the top, people, where shit's still hanging around like the clouds and everything else, even greenhouse gas? This is showing that you're stupid here, that you believe all of these things they tell you, and your eyes can prove it. You have sense. The senses is what you're supposed to put in front of everything they give you. Let your sense deal with it. But you put the sense to the back and let that shit hit you in the face like bam. Now they tell you what is what. But it's stupid if you listen and pay attention. Use your senses when it comes to these things. Why is greenhouse gas on a spinning ball? Why is heat dome hanging around on a spinning ball? What happened to a vortex on a spinning ball? Or the fog cloud hubber on a spinning ball? So you listen, all of what they tell you contradict what they're saying here. You understand? So watch this. You're not in a trap environment, but everything is in here sticking around to kill you in the global warming.
America's historic emissions.
What a dumb shit.
A Dutch startup is attempting to slow the
All of
meltings
this
by
shit is fakery.
geoengineering the
All of
Arctic.
it is fakery.
Why am I doing this? Well, I was first intrigued by the question, will it work? It's partly because I thought if I can do something in our battle to curb
Take a look
climate
at them
change,
right
then
there, people. Just faking the masses. Nothing real about it. And I already told you. Just Hollywood. They're not in no fucking Antarctic. It's just Hollywood. And for all the people who always gonna come and say, hey, yes, I take a trip or a cruise to the Antarctic. It's stupid shit. What's wrong with you? You know where the Antarctic at? They can bring you and show you a sea of white and tell you that's the Antarctic. They can bring you behind the Alaska where they have those white frozen mountains and tell you right there is the Antarctic. You're not gonna know. It don't matter what you do. You can't prove where you're at when it comes to those places. They're gonna just show you some flags and say, look, that's the Antarctic. You can't go over there and investigate. You can't do shit. They're gonna tell you we can't fly over it. It's too cold. All bullshit for the masses to buy in. Move.
The images coming in, the passenger plane making an emergency landing after flying into severe turbulence.
Listen.
The flight from Madrid to South America diverted to Brazil. At least 30
Hold
people
on. To
injured.
South America. What do you mean to South America? There's a place called South America that the plane fly. Where was its destination? Go back. This is bullshit for the masses.
To the images coming
Listen.
in, the passenger plane making an emergency landing after flying into severe turbulence. The
So
flight
they fly into the turbulence. You hear that, people? Pay attention to what they're saying. Listen.
from Madrid to South America
South
diverted to
America.
Brazil. At least 30
Diverted to
people
Brazil.
injured, many thrown
And 30 people injured. That's coding. But they say going to South America, but it diverted to Brazil. Brazil is a Pacific place. The South America is not. It's not a Pacific place that a plane land. So where was the plane going? Like I said, this is a PSYOP. 100% in. It's the same global warming. They're going to tell you it's a problem with the
around the
turbulence.
cabin. One passenger apparently getting stuck in the ceiling.
That's bullshit.
Here's ABC's Victor Okendo.
100% bullshit.
Tonight,
Take a
terrifying
look, people.
turbulence rocking a packed international flight, injuring at least 30 people.
Now, take a look at this. Go back a little bit. Just go back. Fucking liar on the masses.
To the images coming in, the passenger plane making an emergency landing after flying into severe turbulence. The flight from Madrid to South America diverted to Brazil. At least 30 people injured, many thrown around the cabin. One passenger apparently getting stuck in the ceiling. Here's ABC's Victor Okendo.
Tonight, terrifying
Showing you the
turbulence
roof.
rocking a packed international flight, injuring
And then they show you this right here. Somebody supposed to be laying down in the aisle, already have on a neck brace and everything. Is this real? Let's see, people, because remember, these people know when the turbulence is coming. Because the turbulence is the same cloud, people, just in case you never notice. It's the same cloud I just talked about, the one that linger around on the fucking spinning ball. Yes, that's the one that hitting the plane like a rock. That's it right there. Make you get the rough ride. That's what they call turbulence. The airplane hitting these pillows of clouds in the sky. And I already told you it's a scary thing if you know what that shit gonna do later. But pay attention right here. The turbulence, they're gonna tie to the supposed global warming because it's something that they never expect. But they know the cloud is there and they fly to it. So normally they tell you to put on your seatbelt. They're gonna face some turbulence. Sometimes they even tell you before the flight leave that you're gonna face some turbulence because they already know the cloud that they're gonna fly to. So pay attention to this bullshit. How would you get to stuck to the ceiling with the seatbelt
these
on?
30 people. Video showing a passenger
Look,
apparently
people,
stuck
pay
in
attention, people. Listen,
the ceiling of the
look at this right here, people. He's stuck in the ceiling, but they can't show you. How could you stuck in the ceiling? Your head bust a hole in it? Like I say, people, it's only TV. So he coming from out of the overhead compartment. That's where he coming from. And they tell you he's stuck in the roof. Oh, okay, people. Look at this show right here they got going on. I'm surprised he got 2 foot of shoes on and not one.
his
Look at
feet
this.
dangling over the
His
aisle.
foot dangle. Look where he coming from, people. They can't show you the spot where he coming from. What happened to the fucking camera? That's why I tell you have to be smart in this world. what happened to the rest of the camera? Why don't the camera move? Is somebody holding a camera, right? Why the person is frozen with the camera where it only gonna record this area right here? Why don't you move it up so we see the hole that the man coming out of? You see the difference between smart people and dumb people right here. The dumb people, they believe this shit without even see the whole thing. Where's the man head stuck? In the overhead compartment or the fucking roof? His head bust to the roof? Stop lying to the people.
It's unclear how he got there.
Yeah, okay, it's unclear
You see
how
the
he got
badly
there.
damaged,
Guess he was
blood-stained
hiding.
cabin, a seat destroyed, and holes where passengers slammed into the ceiling. Paramedics
Hold on,
of the
people.
aircraft.
Look at
His
this fake
feet
shit.
dangling
Look
over
where he
the
coming
aisle.
from.
It's unclear how he got there.
It's unclear.
You see the badly damaged, blood-stained cabin.
Blood-stained cabin. Look at this right here, people. Is it
Seat
real?
destroyed,
Look at this.
and holes where
Holes in the roof. Where's the hole, people? That's the hole? Hold on here. That's the hole? This is bullshit for the masses. I already told you the whole thing is fakery. 100% fakery.
passengers slammed into the ceiling. Paramedics seen carrying
There
one
you go,
person off the
paramedics.
plane on a stretcher.
And why
the
it's so
Air Europa
foggy?
flight from Spain to Uruguay with at least 325 passengers on board, hitting turbulence over the Atlantic Ocean.
Hold on here, people. You know what 325 is? Okay, we're going to leave it right there. Let the smart people figure it out. 3 and 2 and 7. 2 and 5. That make you 7. 2 and 5 make you 7. You got your 3 sevens hoax code right there. That's what they just tell you. Listen.
Early this morning, making an emergency landing in Brazil. This man saying the plane
Yeah, of course.
suddenly destabilized and went into a dive.
Look at all the photos and film that they're showing you from the plane. And you understand that it is a hoax. Why is they so foggy, people? Why? Remember what I tell you about all of these mishaps in the plane now. They're selling your agenda that the global warming caused these turbulence. Not only that, but they don't want you to fly. I already told you they want you to stay at bay. It's a reason. They have something big cooking up where everybody go have to stay where they at. So they're starting right now, making you get used to staying where you live. Don't move. Just stay in the station they call home in hell. Listen.
Passengers without seatbelts on, flying. As millions are set to travel this holiday
There you
weekend,
go. You hear what they mention as millions set to travel. They know. They can tell you the exact amount of people that gonna travel with their lying ass. That's what they do. But listen, they know a lot of people gonna travel. So this why they pull this off. They don't want you to leave your country. I already told you. It might seem like I'm off, but I'm 100% on the money. Move. Now pay attention as I show you that toilet bowl right there. Now I mention it even though a lot of people on my channel already know and confirm that. As far as them using the sewage water to come back to your faucet. A lot of people didn't know that. I tell you, it don't matter what water you use and what you're using it for. You're gonna go to a supposed treatment using these deadly chemical to bring it back to you. Looking clean. Look clear and everything, but not clean. Why? It look clean, but it's got deadly chemical lurking in it. Like I tell you, the most deadly chemicals that you ever see in your life come clear, like water. Pay attention here.
Turn raw sewage into drinking water.
Go back.
We can turn raw sewage into drinking water
All right.
in 24 hours.
When you flush the
In
toilet,
24 hours, they can turn raw sewage into drinking water. Don't knock the mag no more. I told you this already. They're gonna come and tell you everything I ever tell you as truth. They're gonna confess. That's exactly what they're doing. They're gonna come out the bag and tell you straight up that I was right about every fucking thing I ever say doing my videos. Pay attention here.
most hope to never see its contents again,
Yes.
especially in a glass of drinking water.
There you go.
But in Orange County, California, they're
And of
touting
course it's Orange County. Orange is 33 in numerology. The only color that's 33. That's why they use Orange
the
County everywhere.
benefits of toilet to tap. John Kennedy
Fam?
never see its contents again, especially in a glass of drinking
What's the
water.
content?
But
Shit.
in Orange County, California, they're touting the benefits of toilet to tap.
Listen.
John Kennedy,
Toilet to
general
tap.
manager of the Orange County Water District, spoke to CBS News.
When you flush your toilet, you take a shower, you clean your clothes, wash the dishes.
And watch the Kennedy. That's 33 right there in numerology. And from you see the John on it, you know it's a fakery. A faker 100%. That's not his name. But they have to use this right here to convince you. The Kennedy is a coding for the devil people. Listen.
You're generating wastewater or sewage.
In this facility each day, 130 million gallons of potable water that would normally drain into the Pacific Ocean are purified in a
Normally drain into Pacific Ocean. No, people, they're not draining no water in no Pacific Ocean. All of it gotta come back to you. Remember where you at, people? Come on, don't be dumb here. Remember where you at and keep this in mind. You're living in hell. That means all of these things is for real. They're gonna give you all of these things that you think was bad. They're gonna show it up as good, like the sewage. How the fuck you gonna run it back to the faucet and tell the people it's good for them to drink? Wow, I told you it's the devil earth, people. They don't have no drinking water. There's no drinking water in hell. Yes, so the devils themselves have to create it for you to drink. Do you get it? Listen.
three-step process. It starts with microfiltration, then reverse osmosis, and finally, ultraviolet light.
Oh,
That-
ultraviolet light. Are you kidding me? So where's the chemical? Where's the chemical? Wow. Let's go back again, people. Take a listen.
Purified in a three-step process.
3 steps, listen.
It starts with microfiltration.
Filtration. I guess when you mention micro, it sounds like it's deeper than what we know as filtration. It's bullshit. You can filter off the shit and all that toilet paper and all of that shit. And then you can do what again? You have to put chemical in it. Else it's gonna be the same nasty water. Yes, they have to chemical to cover it up.
Reverse
Listen.
osmosis, and finally,
Reverse.
ultraviolet light. That purified water is added to the contents of the
people?
county's underground
Look
water
how simple, people. Look how easy. Ultraviolet light. That's what purify your water. From shit and everything in it. The bacteria that comes in the fucking sewage. Yes, all they have to do is put some light on it. And bam! It come back clean in your faucet and they call it purified water. Is that real? Listen.
where it waits to flow out of someone's tap. And forget waiting for rainfall. In drought-prone areas like Southern California,
Yes, you have to forget about rainfall. They're the one who make the rainfall and they decide where they're gonna let it rain and where gonna be drought. You see where it's raining, gonna be flooded. And then these other places gonna dry out 100% by design.
officials say they had to tap into technology to meet the needs of residents.
Listen,
There is no new
Meet
water.
the
What
needs
used to be
of
toilet
revenue.
tap is now a highly technical, highly treated source of water supply that exceeds every standard, has no health risks whatsoever.
In California and
hold
Colorado
on
are
here,
the
people.
aim
Hold
to
on.
develop the legal guidelines for using wastewater for
The
drinking.
legal guideline for wastewater for drinking. This is dumb, people. They've been doing it. I already told you you're living in hell. The number one source of life is water. That means that gonna be your number one source of death. It's that simple. So guess what? It's shortening. Water is shortening here. You know that or not? I mentioned the water that covers 3/4 of the earth is poison. It's not good to drink. It's polluted with salt. You can't drink it, period. Okay, so where was the water for the human being to drink? You tell us this is where we reside. This is where we born to be. This is the best place in the world we could be. But no water for the human being to drink? This is stupid shit here. Take a listen.
Several American cities are recycling wastewater,
Oh,
but
they-
California and Colorado are the
All of them
only
do it.
states that
All
have
of them.
approved this process for its residents. This is
All of them do it, people. I already show you the supposedly New York plant and those treatment, what they're doing. The sewage come right back to you and you see the shit itself. They tell you it's turned cold. So you can use that for to grill your meat. You don't hear me? Okay.
recording
Listen.
its highest ever temperatures, Delhi hitting 52.3 degrees Celsius.
Tankers like this are the only source of water for thousands of people in
Take a look at this right here, people, because I mentioned the shortening of water on the side of the earth, and I'm not playing. Like I say, I did a lot of podcasts on it and break it down years ago to show you that this was coming. And guess what? As time progressive, it start coming more and more to reality. Do you get it? The more we get into time, the more this shit coming real. So you have to understand, the whole wide world gonna have a water shortage period, and they're gonna blame it on the same global warming. It's too hot, so all the water dry up. You believe them? Take a listen.
2024 will go down in history as one of the hottest years.
Hottest years.
As temperatures kept soaring, Indian cities started to go dry. But this facility in Bengaluru continues to bottle nearly 4,000 liters of water every single day without tapping into groundwater.
Without tapping into groundwater. They don't have no groundwater when the fucking place is dried up and they call it a drought. Most of the places in Africa and these places, all you can see is dust. Where you gonna get water from? And if you see a pan of water there, they will tell you it got dengue fever in it. The human being can live here naturally, period. You understand that or not? The little naturality that you can actually see, rainfall in a pond, you can't drink that water. So what that tell you, people? This is not a natural earth. We don't belong here.
Or a river.
Listen to this.
Do you know where this water comes from?
It comes from air all around you.
It comes from air all around you. Now, this is what you need to understand. Now, the air around you give you some moist. That moist gonna be poisonous. Remember what give you that air. What we breathe in here, in this air. You already know. Like I mentioned, they spray in the air and everything. Sometimes they come around in the name of mosquito. When you hear that shit, you better hide like a big motor rolling and a pickup truck spraying the place. They're not killing no mosquito. Matter of fact, you might see mosquito more in numbers. So what is they really doing? They're actually killing us with those deadly chemicals. They're actually killing us. So pay attention here, people. Listen.
We were studying at National Institute of Technology, Calicut, and there was a nearby river which used to supply us water. But because of the heat wave that year, that river dried up and there was no water supply in the college.
So if it's, hold on, so if it's heat wave, where the fuck you get that? Where you get water from? Where you get water molecules from in the air? Because if it was that moist, yes, it would have caused rain in that area. Why not? Heat and you're getting heat and moisture. That's what caused rain. Take a listen.
The authorities used to bring these water tankers and we were just rationed 2 to 3 buckets per day. So we lived with that for almost 3 to 4 weeks.
If the place like Kerala can face such a drought, what would it happen for the rest of the world?
The whole wide world gonna be in drought of water. The whole wide world. People, it's coming. Remember, I did a video show you Mexico. They say Mexico have couple months before they run out of water. Period. You hear what I'm saying? People, a country gonna run out of water. Mexico City gonna run dry of water. Don't worry about it. It's happening all over the world. It's only a matter of time before they start telling everybody, listen.
Getting point for us. So then we started thinking about what could be the alternative source of water. The atmosphere holds the largest amount of water and it is just invisible to our eyes. So could we capture that became the question for us. Then we started experimenting what are the ways the water that is present in the air that can be converted into a drinkable water.
With this simple yet daunting idea in mind,
Labs was set. Sound like bullshit to me, people, but let's listen. Keep an open mind. Let's listen.
2019. The existing solutions for air to water technologies at that time were modeled on the same principle as air conditioning. An air conditioner cools down warm air using a refrigerant. As part of this process, water droplets are formed through condensation and discharged.
Now the problem with this technology...
And that water you can never drink, people. Remember, all that shit they put together to give you the AC. The thing that they're spraying in it to make it cold. antifreeze or whatever they call it, or coolant, whatever they call it, antifreeze. That shit is poisonous. So yes, if you get some precipitation from it, don't think you can drink it. What's wrong with the people here? Like I say, it all depends on what caused that moist. Yes, the water not gonna be good for you to drink. So they can pull off this bullshit on TV, show you some cartoon footage and explain some bullshit and you believe that that can actually happen. It's bullcrap. 100%. If that's the way they're gonna solve the water problem, we're in deeper shit than you know.
Huge amount of power, and also is very much dependent on high relative humidity.
Bullshit. It's
so
all
it works
bullshit.
well in more,
All
coastal areas,
bullshit.
humid areas. But in interior lands, even dry areas, this technology starts failing, and your energy consumption per liter
all
goes
bullshit.
very high. So that was some of the problems we saw, and we didn't see a roadmap where this solution can come down to very affordable numbers.
2 years after setting up, the Urvu team found an answer. A technology that converts humidity in the atmosphere and turns it into water.
The humidity in the atmosphere that turns into water, and watch them people playing with you. You believe that's real? Wow, listen.
And without harming the environment.
Wow,
the
that
answer
it will harm
lay in
you.
desiccant-based technology.
Now, desiccants are materials which readily absorb moisture from
Yes,
the air.
it tastes good.
One very common example you would know is of silica gel. So when you buy footwear or a pair of electronics, you see a small pouch of silica gel, and the materials behave in a way that they will absorb moisture from the surrounding air. So we use a similar material, which is a calcium chloride salt solution.
Now
There you go, people. That's your groundbreaking, way of making water there out of air. You believe that, people? Like I tell you, that's not how the human being meant to live. The water's supposed to come natural, not somebody coming up with these machinery to put heat and turn steam into water. That's not how the human being meant to live. Something similar, something simpler. You understand? Life is simple. Something simple of naturality. The water's supposed to be right there. Whether it come from the sky or it just springing from the earth. There got to be water. Purify water and clean water for the human being to basically live. So where it's at in human being habitat, it's not here. We've been lied to. We've been tricked. The earth is a trickery. This is not where we belong. That's why the main source of life, which is water, can't be found here. Move.
Hey, where did all that oily lotion go?
Remember how simple life was thanks to your favorite products?
Fabulous.
And how things were just better thanks to new and improved ways to do basically everything?
There's no question
Yes,
about it.
just to try to make life easier for you, they call it. All technology. Easy way of living, and what it doing? Destroying your life, period. It's the same thing. The new way of life killing you right here. Listen.
Ted has us off the diaper.
But if it seems too good to be true, you might wonder how we got here. Thank the chemists.
Thank the
For a lot of
chemists.
these products, we can thank the development
Listen.
of PFAS.
PFAS. You see that? Thanks the chemists. We gotta thank the chemists and the scientists for mixing up these potions to kill us off, people. So take a listen. PFAS, the forever chemical, the synthetic chemical made by man and in everything that you're taking in.
You may not know PFAS, but PFAS knows you, and it's everywhere, including inside you.
There you go.
This is important
There you
because we
go.
now know.
That's why I always tell you from day one, the seed of cancer is already planted in your body. You just need to get set off. That's all. The seeds of the cancer is already planted in every single human being. You better understand that. You want to call it forever chemical? Go on ahead.
PFAS can create health problems like cancer.
There you go.
PFAS is short for per and polyfluoroalkyl substances. They're called forever chemicals, and they've been developed over
Why
decades.
they call it forever chemical? Meaning that they will never take it off the table. It shall be forever in your damn body, plaguing you with sickness and all complications.
They go into things like non-stick Teflon pans,
Yes, why did you need a
fabrics,
pan?
furniture, and even makeup.
Yes, and a lot of people don't know those soaps that you use in those fabric softener. those fabric freshener, all of it. You see everybody going crazy with those bubbles and these little package. All of it is wicked poison. Yes, you used to wash your clothes and then put it on your body. Danger lurks in.
Another big problem is PFAS is in our drinking water.
There you
So
go.
how do we get rid of them?
Yes, that's where we tell you. That's why we can tell you we're not from here. Wicked deadly chemical lurks in the water. The one that to keep us alive. Listen.
We've been purifying water for millennia. And it was only up
Why?
until 1804
Why?
when the first municipal water treatment plant was built in Scotland.
So we can't drink no water unless it's purified. That to show us we've been owned by these people. As you could see, all 6s across the board, including the 2-3, all by design coding. Take a listen.
There they use sand. Some operations still use sand, but there are other methods as well. But the problem with PFAS is that they are created with some of the strongest bonds in chemistry, so they don't break down.
There you go.
Over the years, PFAS has seeped into the ecosystem, our food supply, and our water
No,
supply.
it didn't seek nowhere, people. It was all by design for us to get chemical in our body. That's the enemy of our cells. So that's the reason why they do it, to break us down and kill us fast. You have to understand that's the reason why they do it. It's not a coincidence. It's not an accident. Don't let them use that word seek into your water. That's what they use for the supposed purification of the water. Those chemicals, that's what they're talking about. Like I tell you, they're doing the sewage water to bring it back to your damn faucet. What they're gonna do to make it smell clear, look and everything, to be appealing to your eyes, your nose and everything for you to drink it, they have to use some deadly chemical in it. That's what it is, people. The chemicals can solve all those human problems in hell. That's how they set it up. Anything that you have that won't balance, that won't mix together, this won't take. They can make oil and water mix by using a special chemical. That's how they do it. So don't worry about it. It's all by design for us to take in these chemicals for the masses breakdown and destruction. You understand that? That's what they got planned. That's why I call it hell. I'm gone.